You ever think about how someone can look you straight in the eyes and lie and somehow, you still want to believe them? That was Rian, my boyfriend, the man he thought I'd spend forever with. We were the kind of couple people envied. Weekend getaways, cute selfies, surprise date nights, the kind of love that looked perfect from the outside. But the funny thing about picture-perfect relationships is that sometimes, they're just the pictures, carefully posed moments, hiding cracks you don't notice until everything falls apart. And when it did, it broke louder than he ever imagined. He met Rian 2 years ago at our friend's birthday dinner. He had the calm confidence that pulled you in immediately. He was a dentist, successful, well-spoken, the type of man parents love and friends respect. From the very first night, he made me feel seen. He told me he had kind eyes, that he hadn't met anyone like me before. We exchanged numbers, and before he knew it, he was texting me every morning. Good morning, beautiful, did you sleep well? Thinking about you. It was simple, but it worked. After a few heartbreaks, Rian felt safe. He was thoughtful, attentive, and for the first time in a long while, I allowed myself to trust someone completely. For the first year, everything was easy. We laughed over burnt dinners, stayed up too late watching crime shows, and spent Sundays doing absolutely nothing but together. He made me believe love didn't have to hurt. He thought he finally got it right, until the signs started showing, and they were small at first. He started replying slower, skipping goodnight texts. Our calls grew shorter, and our weekends together became too busy. His side work was picking up. That being a dentist meant long hours and late appointments. He wanted to believe him and for a while. He did. But love makes you blind in strange ways. It makes you explain away things you already know are wrong. One night, we were watching a movie, and he laughed at something funny. When he turned to look at him, he wasn't laughing, he was smiling at his phone. He remembered the way the glow from the screen hit his face. He wasn't looking at me. That image stayed with me for days. It was small, but my gut whispered what my heart refused to hear. Something wasn't right. Then came the moment that confirmed everything. My best friend, Leela, texted me one evening out of the blue. She sighed. Hey, is Rian seeing someone else? Because I think he just saw him at the Blue Orchid. And he wasn't alone. He laughed it off at first. Denial is funny that way. But Leela sent me a picture. Said he was sitting at a table, holding another woman's hand, smiling like he had no more care in the world. He stared at that photo for a long time. Part of me hoped it was old or a misunderstanding. But the truth doesn't hide for long. And the next morning, when he texted, good morning, baby, like nothing happened, something inside me broke quietly. It didn't confront him right away. Instead, he decided to wait, to watch, to see just how deep the lies went. Over the next few weeks, he became an observer in my own relationship. He watched him weave his web of half-truths and excuses. He still sent me sweet messages, still sighed, I love you, but the warmth behind those words was gone. He started keeping everything, every message, every emoji, every recycled I miss you. Then one day, he found her social media profile. The other woman, her name was Emily. She was pretty, soft, gentle, and she was in love with him, just like he had been. Her photos were full of captions like, my forever, and lucky to have you. My heart didn't ache for him anymore. It ached for her, because she had no more idea who she was really loving. That's when he decided he wouldn't cry, he wouldn't scream, and he wouldn't beg. I'd do something better, something quieter. He started collecting every message he'd sent me while he was with her. All those I can't wait to see you, you'll always be my favorite. She doesn't mean anything. Every message he thought would stay a secret. Then one night, he texted, you're still the one I think about. That was the final straw. He didn't overthink it. He didn't even hesitate. He opened our message thread, selected them all, and he forwarded every single text to his new girlfriend. No more caption, no more explanation, just the truth, straight from his own words. The next morning, my phone blew up. First, she texted, then he called, then he texted again. Her message was calm and simple. Thank you for showing me who he really is. His, however, were desperate. What the hell did you do? He wrote, please, can we talk? Then, you ruined my life. But he didn't reply, not once, because he realized something. He didn't ruin anything. He just uncovered what was already rotten. He built that house of lies, and all he did was open a window. Later that week, he showed up at my apartment. He looked disheveled, nervous. The confident man he knew was gone. He sighed, you went too far. He looked him in the eyes and decided, no more. Rian, you did. He tried to speak again, to twist the story, to make me feel guilty for telling the truth, but he just smiled, and that silence hit him harder than any argument could have. He left that day without another word, and when the door closed, he stood there for a long time, not crying, Not angry, just free. Weeks passed, and knew the weight of it all began to fade. He didn't check his social media. He didn't ask about him. He started sleeping better, laughing more, eating alone without feeling lonely. He realized that healing isn't loud, it's quiet. It happens in small, peaceful moments like drinking coffee in the morning without checking your phone, or walking home without replaying old conversations. Then, one afternoon, he got a message from Emily, the other woman. She sighed. I wish he had known sooner. Thank you for not letting me waste more time on him. He stared at that message for a while and he smiled softly, because in that moment, he realized my revenge wasn't cruel, it was kind. It didn't destroy anyone, it just gave the truth a voice. And maybe that's what real closure looks like when you no longer need to make someone feel what they did to you. You just let life handle it. Rian probably still tells people he was the crazy ex. That's fine. People like him always need a villain to hide their guilt. But deep down, he knows. Every time he picks up his phone, every time he texts someone new, he'll remember the day his lies came back to him message by message. As for me, he learned something powerful. Revenge doesn't always mean rage. Sometimes, it's silence. Sometimes, it's truth. Sometimes, it's a single click forward all. You don't have to destroy someone to win. You just have to let the truth speak louder than the lies. Yeah, indeed that's what he did. So, if you've ever been betrayed, remember this. You don't always need to shout to be heard. Sometimes, your quietest move becomes the loudest echo.